These 3 rules have totally transformed my career. They helped me land my job at Google, find a job that I would actually enjoy doing for the rest of my life, and get 2 promotions. Rule number 1, become friends with someone at the director level or above in your field and industry. Everyone knows that executives are really important in your job because they determine who gets a promotion, how big your bonus is, and if you can move around within the company to different teams to try different things or to switch careers. So we all know that we should have relationships with these executives, right? But not everyone tries to become their actual friend. And trust me, these folks can tell when it's just a transactional relationship. Or they can also tell if you're just sucking up to them, because then they're not going to treat you with real respect. And I'm assuming because you clicked on this video, you yourself actually want to be different and stand out from everyone else. So your goal should try to become their actual friend on a one-on-one basis. So to become someone's friend, you need to find commonalities with them. You need to ask them for advice and give them updates. You need to do small favors for them, but don't ask for anything in return. You want them to feel like you are the son or daughter that they never had. I can speak from personal experience how important this was to have someone at the executive level or someone who has decision-making power on your side. When I was applying for internships for management consulting, my school was not one of the target schools. We weren't a Stanford, a Berkeley, or an Ivy League school like Harvard. And so the campus recruiters never came to my campus to let me interview and give me a chance. But I became friends with an executive who gave me a chance to actually interview for this internship, and I got it. And then on top of that, I had made quite a few big mistakes during my internship experience, and I was probably not supposed to get a full-time offer. But this director vouched for me and stood up for me, and I was able to actually get a full-time offer. And then when I came back, I actually performed so much better knowing that this person was taking care of me. Rule number 2, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel for free weekly career advice. Okay, I'm joking, but the real rule number 2 is that you should work hard early in your career. Just like trying to get a good GPA in school, it's much easier to graduate with a high GPA if you work really hard your freshman and sophomore years and then party and slack off your junior and senior years than it is to try really hard your junior and senior years after slacking off your freshman and sophomore years. Now, if you don't know why it's actually easier from a mathematical perspective of how averages are calculated, you may actually want to go and take a math class. So what this actually means for your career is that your first 5 years that you're working should be a bit of a grind. Don't be afraid to work hard, put in long hours, and learn a lot and make mistakes. This is really important because when you're young, you have a lot of brain power, time, and energy in order to work extra hard and learn things a whole lot faster. And there's many benefits to this. The harder you work, the more that you learn. Now, the more that you learn, it allows you to get promotions faster, and it also allows you to get a real good sense of your job and figure out if you actually like it or not. And you want to try to switch careers as early as possible before you get too much experience. If you try to switch careers in your 30s or 40s, it's going to be significantly harder. And also, earlier on in your career, you probably will have a lot more time because you won't have kids yet. So you'll have a lot more brain power and energy to go and put in the extra work. Take me, for example. My first 2 years, I worked in finance and accounting, and I realized I didn't like it. So then I switched to sales and marketing strategy consulting. And then after 2 years there, I also realized I didn't like that. And then I switched into recruiting, which is where I'm at now. Now, if I tried to make those types of career switches now that I have 10 or 15 years of work experience, it would be so much harder for a hiring manager or a recruiter to even look at my resume. Career rule number 3 is that you should not be afraid to spend money on your career if it helps you grow and learn. And trust me, this is coming from one of the most frugal people that you'll ever meet. I spent so many stupid hours trying to learn things on my own, thinking that, oh, I don't need to ask for help, or I can just watch a YouTube video and figure it out on my own. But yes, you should learn all of the basics on your own, but if I think about how many hours I wasted before I could have just talked to an expert and had them guide me for my specific situation, which is unique from everyone else that's on the internet, which is how they write these videos or write out all these articles, it would have saved me so much time and from making big mistakes. And yes, I could have saved some money if I didn't hire a coach or get someone to guide me, but I definitely made more than that money back in the time that I've saved and the progress that I've made so much faster. If you invest in yourself and take classes or hire coaches or do a lot of networking, you will see your career exponentially grow both horizontally and vertically when it comes to promotions and expanding your knowledge. Ask yourself, when was the last time you invested in yourself or you hired a coach to help you solve a really difficult problem or make sure you achieved a really specific important goal? Don't let your mental barriers get in the way of your success. So many people complain every single day about how they hate their jobs to their friends and their spouses, but they never do anything about it. And we spend more than 8 hours a day at work, and we act like we're the victim here, like we have no sense of control, when we should actually be taking control of our career by investing in ourselves and figuring out where it is that we want to go as fast as possible. So if you want to elevate your career or find your dream job, sign up for a free strategy session by going to the link in the description below, CareerShakers.com. When you wake up tomorrow, you either be on your way to a brand new job that pays you what you want and makes you happy to go to work every day, or you're going to be back in the same cycle again where you have short weekends and you dread Mondays. It's really up to you.